Today I tried one of the craziest experiments I've ever done with my scorpions, and it completely backfired. So over the past few months, my baby black scorpions have grown a lot bigger. They look way more dangerous now, and normally when they see a cockroach, they attack almost instantly. But recently, most of them entered their molting phase. If you don't know, molting is when a scorpion sheds its old exoskeleton to grow bigger. During this process, their new body stays extremely soft and sensitive for some time, which makes them weaker and less aggressive than normal. That's why they usually hide, avoid movement, and stay calm until the new shell hardens properly. But today, I decided to test something insane. I took a huge terrarium and divided it into two sections. On one side, I placed all of my scorpions, and on the other side, nearly 100 cockroaches. The plan sounded simple. The moment I removed the divider, the scorpions would rush forward and start hunting everywhere. At least, that's what I expected. But the second I lifted the divider, absolute chaos started. The cockroaches exploded in every direction like tiny speeding bullets. Some rushed across the sand, some climbed the walls, and a few almost escaped the terrarium completely. Meanwhile, my scorpions looked totally shocked. One instantly backed into a corner and refused to move. Another froze so hard it genuinely looked like a decoration piece, and one little guy slowly lifted his claws like he was trying to say, "Bro, this is too many enemies at once." At that point, I already knew the challenge was going terribly wrong. But then something happened that made me laugh even harder. One cockroach literally climbed onto the back of a scorpion and started walking around casually like it paid rent there. And the scorpion? No attack, no sting, no reaction at all. He just sat there in silence, questioning his life decisions. The entire terrarium suddenly looked less like predators hunting prey, and more like the cockroaches had launched a full invasion. For almost 10 minutes I kept watching, expecting at least one scorpion to attack. Nothing happened. The cockroaches were running around like they owned the place, while the scorpions stayed frozen in survival mode. At one point, 2 cockroaches even started fighting near a scorpion, and the scorpion still didn't react. That's when I realized the molting phase was affecting them way more than I thought. Normally these scorpions are aggressive hunters, but because their bodies were soft and vulnerable, they were acting super defensive and careful. Honestly, if I had left the challenge going any longer, I feel like the scorpions would have started a group meditation session from stress. So finally, I stopped the experiment. I carefully removed all the cockroaches and placed the scorpions back into their separate boxes so they could calm down. And the funniest part? Later, when I fed them cockroaches one by one, they suddenly started hunting completely normally again, like nothing embarrassing had happened earlier. So yeah, scorpions versus 100 cockroaches sounded like an easy battle. But instead, it turned into one of the funniest terrarium fails I've ever seen.